Now delighted to move things on to our second session, which is a market reconnect, and I'm delighted to welcome from TCR. I believe have Jan de Leeuw, who's Managing Director North America at TCR, who will be joining us, and alongside his colleague, who is Miguel Varela, who is Remarketing Manager also at TCR. Gentlemen, I see your names. I think we're about to bring you on. Oh, hello, Miguel. There you are. Welcome. I've just got you on mute at the moment. If you come, hello, Jan. How are you?
Hello, Max.
Good to see you again. Good. Welcome back.
Good to see you. Thank you very much.
And what we're going to hear from yourself and Miguel in this session now is looking at GSE, the GSE market and GSE Solutions that is provided by TCR in the Americas and how it can help in this pandemic. So I'm going to hand over to you guys to deliver the presentation.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Max and team, and great to see all of you virtually around the call. So we'll take the next couple of minutes to introduce you the TCR model, which we have been bringing to the Americas very recently. Both myself and Miguel will introduce two sides of the model, but we'd like to take advantage of this slot to start with a very general corporate video introducing TCR as a group to the Americas. So I'll hand over to Sari for the video to start with. Thank you very much, Max and Sari and team. So we'll now take a couple of minutes to run you through a number of slides and introduce you, as I said, to the TCR model, which we see has become more and more relevant and is becoming more relevant every day as we speak in the post-pandemic Americas world. If we move over to the next slide, at the core of what we do is we offer turnkey full-service operating lease solutions. So operating lease solutions, we're differentiating ourselves from the classical finance lease solutions, which we often find in the American space. These operating lease solutions, we offer them on all types of ground support equipment. That is the classical ground support equipment, but also GSCs such as catering trucks, passenger buses, for example, de-icing rigs. And we offer within that operating lease solution the lease, the rental, the maintenance, and the fleet services surrounding those GSC. Moving over to the next slide, Sari. We have been doing this and only this has been at the core of what we do for the more than 20 years. Now we've been doing that globally, Europe, Middle East, Asia Pacific, and since 2019, we have been introducing this TCR operating lease model for GSE into North America to start with, starting with the US. We've been starting our operations in Detroit and Boston, and over the past months we've been rapidly growing our presence, and today as we speak we are present in 14 airports across the US, and we do see a lot of traction, a lot of relevance for this model, which historically, as mentioned, was not that much present within the American space, but on the back of the pandemic this has become very, very relevant, and we believe that this can bring a change to the GSE world post-pandemic. In terms of numbers, we today own 35,000 pieces of GSE. We're present in more than 150 airports worldwide, and as mentioned, in 14 airports in the US right now. Moving over to the next slide, Sari, what does it bring? What we offer brings, at the end of the day, a reduction in total cost of ownership. The way we do that is by including, as mentioned, typically the maintenance in our solutions, where we do aim for and are able to bring a higher level of availability of GSE, and that's a direct saving to the bottom line. We work on increasing the reliability of the GSE. Flexibility is a key element in the TCR model. One does not have to hang on to the piece of equipment for the next 5, 7, 10 years, but there is flexibility, and we kind of follow in function of the dynamics and the volumes of our customers, also moving between pax handling and cargo handling, for example. And last but not least, we turn our GSE into smarter GSE, adding telematics, monitoring how the GSE moves, the usage of it, and continuously innovating, also helping our customers to move towards more green GSE. That's it in a nutshell on the operating lease model, and I'll now hand over to my colleague Miguel, who will talk to you about the remarketing part of what we do. Miguel?
Thank you, Jan. If we can go to the next slide. Well, very easy, no? After the rental, we have to do something with the GSE we have. So units are usually not rented for its full lifetime. So this means we can put them into sale as used equipment in the regions where we are not present. So typically, units are rented, and it depends on every country and also on the type of GSE, but we rent units for 8 to 10, 12 years. And after that, we sell it. We sell it worldwide, not only in the Americas. We sell it all over the world, and we have some advantages over other, let's say, resellers. First, I think the stock, we have more than 2,000 units for sale, both motorized and towable, and also electric units. Another of our arguments to sell is the quality of our refurbishment. We have been maintaining and doing refurbishment over the last 15, 20 years, which gives us, and we come to the next point, reliability on our units. To make it very clear, units were rented by us, were maintained by us, and this gives us confidence in our units. So we are not buying used equipment and reselling it. It's our own equipment we have been renting that we put into sale. So as you can imagine, there is a significant price reduction over new equipment, and also in most of the equipment we can deliver much faster because we don't have manufacturing times. We are using equipment from different manufacturers, so it depends on your needs. If you prefer some type of manufacturers, we can offer different manufacturers. And also we provide some after sales service, such as spare parts or commissioning course if you need. So this is all these arguments make us, I think, the best company for secondhand GSE. If we can go to the next slide. As you can see, we do the refurbishment, and here we have 2 different types of refurbishment, which we call standard and premium. The standard is to make units operative and in working conditions, and the premium which adds an extra. mainly including also some painting and to make the units look nice. So it depends on the customer needs if we refurbish the units to a standard or to a premium level. And this is in general what second-hand of GSE is inside TCR.
Thank you, Miguel. And I hope we are exactly within the time slot, Max. So handing back over to you.
Perfect timing. Yeah, thank you both very much. If you wanted to ask a question to Jan and Miguel, we are with a couple of minutes. So if you do want to pop one quickly in the chat, or we can forward it on to you guys afterwards for any feedback and questions people may have. Very, very quickly from me, just a question around that issue of flexibility, because it would seem that the session we've just heard around some of the challenges in the market right now, and I'm sure you're hearing this from customers, is how your solutions enable that flexibility that everyone is craving because the conditions are so volatile out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So the flexibility is a key element of what we offer. We can offer flexibility because of the scale and because of the fact that we have been doing and we continue to do only this globally. And so the number of pieces that we have on inventory gives the possibility to quickly ramp up, but also to take pieces out of the operation and to put them in another operation, for example. So the scale and the fact that we do only this helps us, obviously, and also the backing by our financial partners and the fact that we have the possibility to invest into new equipment rapidly is also a key element of that. And essentially it comes down, Max, to us following the needs of the customer. So if you need 5 pieces today, 7 tomorrow, and 3 the day after, we follow that rhythm. And also in terms of brands and models, we can be flexible, Max.
And if you just on that issue of you mentioned also telematics and studying usage, you've got any interesting examples you've got of where you've helped customers drive the efficiency of their business through monitoring those patterns.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about monitoring and data. Data is the big thing moving towards the future. And as we all know, the pressure on cost is tremendous, has always been very, very high, but now it's really tremendous. So monitoring where GSE is sitting, who is using it, and making sure that only those people who are supposed to use it should use it, how often it is being used. It gives us, for example, indications on idling. We can take pieces of equipment out because we see they are hardly used or they are not used in an optimal way. We can also geolocate, geofence, basically. So data is critical, certainly when it comes to big airports, big operations, where the human element is just not able to oversee all of that. And that brings a lot of saving. We even go to that point that today in our offering throughout the US and throughout the North American region, telematics just comes as part of the package. It's just included in what we offer, and it's an obvious business case automatically, Max.
Thank you very much, Dan, and appreciate your presentation and your time. We'll see you a little bit later on the.
Absolutely.
But for now, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Max.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great morning, everybody. Speak later.
Thank you.